Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today playing Hogwarts Legacy once again, and today we are on our way to Cambridge to go to Cambridge Tower to practice our flying for Professor Kagawa. I think it's actually Madam Kagawa, but Professor Kagawa sounds good as well. But we're going to practice our flying here to try and learn Arresto Momentum. So as soon as it loads, we will practice our flying abilities, which we've been honing for the last few weeks since we got our broomstick. So that's the plan, that's what we're going to do, and let's get on our broom. It is annoyingly apparently 800 meters away, which surely Cambridge Tower can't be that far from Cambridge. No, this is Cambridge Tower, I imagine. I rather think that this is Cambridge Tower, which it is. So, we were in the right place. It's because we did it in a different order to what it wants you to do, so. But we are doing pretty well with this. So it's a little course this time, rather than just aimlessly trying to find balloons.
That's it.
So let's go the 1200 meters over to the spires. Let's go and do this then. If we can get the first balloon, that would be amazing. No, I'm just going to keep flying around it apparently. Come on. There we go. And now we are very much where we need to be going. The issue is sometimes we go a bit too fast when we go through those little circles.
There we go.
Which kind of messes us up just a little bit. And we have a Merlin trial here.
What do you have in store for me this time?
We won't do that yet, just because I'll probably do a bunch of those in one video. But for now, let's us head back to Madam Kagawa. So we'll go over the cliffs and over there. So let's just ascend as high as we can. We can't go beyond here apparently. Okay, let's just go down this way and we can go round. Probably they don't want you to go in certain places is the issue. As open plan as the map is, there is some areas it just won't let you go to. So that appears to be one of them. But let's head down this way. We will go and do Madam Kagawa's Arresto Momentum lesson. I don't think we'll have to do a flying class this time because I think we're kind of doing a lot of flying, so I don't think there's a need to do another class. So let's head over this way then. And she is just inside here. So let's head up the stairs and into Madam Kagawa's little office.
Welcome back. Have you finished your assignment?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice Arresto Momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop Quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match.
Useful fact. Let's learn Arresto Momentum then, to apparently help us stop Quaffles plummeting to the ground, as is the original use for it, but that is definitely not what we're going to use it for. We are definitely going to use it more in combat. Okay, so it will slow the motion of enemies and objects. The larger the target, the less effect the spell will have on it.
Very good. I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible. Perhaps before you leave here.
Dear Madam Kagawa, marvellous news that you'll be joining the faculty at Hogwarts as our new flying instructor. I dare say our work together at Hogwarts will be less eventful than our time near Yokohama Harbour, though one never knows. I shall look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions in the meantime, please do not hesitate to send me an owl. Warm regards, Matilda Weasley. So that is the information about Professor Kagawa.
Well done. You are on your way to mastering a
Look back, Jinx. Flipendo. Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Okay, so Professor Garlic wants us to go to the greenhouse again. She's definitely giving us more assignments than anyone else, apparently. But this time she wants us to grow and harvest a fluxweed and acquire all 3 combat plants and use them simultaneously. We will not be doing that today, I don't think, because we want to head to the room of requirements. We are going to be doing some nice decorating, a nice easy day this time. A nice easy video where we do not need to do fighting or anything like that. Just a nice simple bit of designing, bit of growing, just to make a really nice area for us to enjoy. As we will be spending a lot of time here when it comes to working with beasts. So let's for now see if we can get rid of any of these items. I want to get rid of the chairs, but it's not highlighting the chairs very easily. There, we'll do that. We'll actually use the target feature just to clear away the items. So can we use this to move an item? We can. Where's the kind of extension to the room? Down here. So let's see. So I think we've got a nice area there and a nice area here. So let's see if we can place these kind of in this area. So that's our mandrake, which we will collect another mandrake from that. And I don't think we want a scientific corridor. Should we go with a gothic corridor? Why not? Let's do everything gothic. So let's see it change. Ooh, that's quite nice. I think it looks quite interesting like this. It's much darker. This is actually really weird, but I think it fits with us being a Slytherin more. More so than... Oops. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to select this. And we want to take this downstairs. And we will keep the botanical look down with this, I think. Or how does the gothic one look? I think I prefer the botanical one. Actually, let's maybe move that to be as close to that as we can go.
Revelio.
Yeah, if we do that, because then we can do both of those in the same area. That, I think, works. And then do we have another planting station? We do, because this is our medium one. And let's collect the Chinese chomping cabbage. No, we can't move the gothic walls. Come on. Right, the botanical potting table with medium pot. So this one, what we'll do is we'll see if we can get it to go along the side here. So if we place that there, so we've got our little growing area there. And then we have a little potions station here, which we can go and put in another corner down in this room, I think. Just there will do. And then we'll bring the loom down as well. The enchanted loom. So let's grab that. The desk of description. So let's place that in a little corner here. If we can maybe bring it this way a little bit. That will do. And if we were to go into here. Utility. Unlocked by completing the elf, the knapsack, and the loom. Okay. And these are material refiners. Okay. So let's start by doing the main area. Because the main area is through here, and this is looking very nice. So where's the actual entry? So the entrance is here. So make sure it's got the gothic exterior, gothic corridor look. So what should we place in this area? Seasonal decorations. Jack-o'-lanterns and a Christmas tree. Found scattered throughout the world. Okay. Statues is the same. Oh, Grabhorn. Hippogriff. Kneasel. Phoenix. So these are a bunch of things. So we could actually set this up and be a trophy room. So as we find the different like monument statue things, we could put those in. So I say we do that in here. So let's continue the gothic look. And put this right in like there. And we'll put another one down next to it. And then what orientation we got the table now? We need that orientation because we will put it in like there, hopefully. Unfortunately, this can only go so close. It's a bit weird. Yeah, we can't put it in there, so we'll probably just go over into the corner. We'll just do 2 in each corner. Might work better. So if we do that, going with 2 tables in each corner for any kind of statues that we unlock. And then what we'll do is as we go downstairs, if I can remember where the downstairs is, it's this way, I think. No? Through here. I do know where I'm going, kind of. Like, I've not really done much with the room requirements, so I don't know where anything is. Room requirement artwork, we don't need that. Furniture. Can we change colour of this to be green? Ooh, we can. I've also really messed that up. Hang on. Let's straighten that because I want to separate these rooms apart from each other. So let's go back to furniture, Gothic screen. Make sure it's red. And then we want to just leave a little entryway there. So we can get in and out. But it kind of divides the room up just a little bit, which I think is going to be quite nice. Because this is kind of a living space, I think. That's going to have to go there somewhere. If we place that there, we can still access it. Because then we have a nice kind of living area here with windows that look quite nice. And we can also change the walls in here to maybe go slightly different. Because we can change the walls in each of these areas. So we could go with a botanical look in here, which is much nicer. I think that works for like a living area. Botanical look works. And then we can make this more... Ooh. That's cool. That's not what I wanted to edit. We can also edit the flooring. Ooh. So I edit it the whole way around. Okay. So the floors don't change in different areas. The floors have to stay the same as each other. But that's fine. But let's make this all the electric stuff. There we go. Which leaves the central area to be scientific. Because we've used all four. Which I think is quite nice. So we can maybe put a chair in here. So if we go furniture, we're in seating. Seating, let's grab a Gothic armchair. And that looks really nice. We just want to make sure we can still use this. So we've got a little chair. So we've got the desk of description kind of as a work area. And then... let's have it so that we have maybe... Oh, we only have one potion. Oh, there. I clicked potion station. What are hopping pots? Oh, they'll periodically brew a random potion. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go with another medium pot to go down this side. Just go there. Just so that we can have two Chinese chomping cabbage growing, and then we've got a mandrake and a dittany. If we can actually access the dittany. Have I left it so we can't access the dittany? Maybe. But that's the mandrake done. Let's perhaps move this then. Can we move that out to the side at all? No. Okay. We're going to have to do a little bit of work just changing this up slightly. If we move that to there, move that one across as well to kind of match both sides of this. Like there. Because then hopefully we can move the medium plot and we can maybe place it there. And then can we access my mandrake there? We can. Okay. So let's maybe expand this area a little bit more. Why have I just done that? And then we also need to plant some dittany as well. We need to make sure we're planting a dittany as well. So let's go in here. We've currently got 4 potting stations. So let's have 2 doing mandrakes and 1 doing dittany. So we've got 2 Chinese jumping cabbage, 1 dittany and 2 mandrakes. So we will have lots of combat plants that we need. Venomous tentacular will come later, because I don't have the money for that at the minute. But we'll leave this on Chinese jumping cabbage, because that is one of the most useful plants that we have, I think. And then let's deal with this area, because this area now needs to be moved slightly. Because we've kind of enclosed the space, I think we need to maybe work on moving the thing a bit. So if we place the chair there, the table there, and then we can place some chairs either side of that. Hang on, there. That's where we're going to put the chair. Right, okay. Oops. I forgot to press R2. I forgot to actually cast the magic. So we want it about there. Just so that the area is still what it was. Because I don't want to change what something is. Because this area was already quite a nice space to use. So if we do that, and then we can maybe edit the rug. There we go, medium gothic rug. And we can place that in there. So we have our nice little area here for kind of hanging out, just relaxing in there. And then over this side, we have an extra little area, which I was thinking, what random items do we have? In terms of furniture, what can we get in the end? So we could get bookcases, cabinets, desks, we could get a whole bunch more seating. Okay, so maybe actually, do we remove all of this in this room, and actually have this as our potting area? Because at the minute, our potting area is a bit messy and a little bit like overtaking, I think. So I think if we were to do it differently, it might be better. So let's put this one here, because that's a mandrake. Yeah, that's a mandrake. That's the dittany. So then we can do another mandrake. Do this one, placing that on the opposing corner, like so. I just forgot to remove that, and then we should be able to move this back into the wall a bit further, I think. So we can do that, and I also think if we change the colour of this one to be green, because then, why has that gone back to yellow? I said green. There we go. So we can have the mandrakes green, the dittany yellow, the Chinese jumping cabbage can be orange. If we've got an orange. No, let's go red then. Chinese jumping cabbage can be red. There we go. And we'll change the colour of this one to be red again. And then now that we've made a little bit more room, we can actually have 2 doing Dittany. So we can place another one there. And we can plant another Dittany in there. Okay, so then, shall we move this to make it a bit more central? There we go. And then we've got the desk of description there. We could actually move this. Because we're going to get an enchanted loom at some point. I say we just put the enchanted loom straight across from the desk of description. Let's just see then. If we put the chair there and then we can move the rug as well and place the rug here. Can we... We could do a really small rug. That's actually quite cute. And we will move the Gothic standing light as well. So there you go. The enchanted loom could go here next to where the disc of description is. And then just in this corner. Let's not do a rug. Let's just put some tables in. We'll put some small Gothic tables in here. Or just the one, actually. How big can these be? Ooh. I actually prefer that. It would be nice to have some big furniture. And it'll be funny. It's funny for how big that's going to end up being. There we go. Because you can't... I don't think we can edit the size of these, can we? No. Though, how big do the chairs go? Because the chairs are quite small. I think they're too big. I would just leave them that size. But with that, I think that is going to be it for today. So thank you very much for joining me as I decorate my room of requirements. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.